Oh, is this a shirtless Michael Joseph? Why, yes, it is. Welcome to the channel. Okay, now that the weird stuff is out of the way, let me tell you about French lace front hairlines, okay? 2 pros, 2 cons, and you can take this information and see if this works for you, okay? So if you've never tried a French lace front hairline, okay, whether that means the entire base is a French lace or just the front, if you've never tried this, here's my 2 pros and my 2 cons that go with that, okay? Before I get into the content, make sure you do me a favor. If you like this information, you like me as a person, let me know. Hit the thumbs up. If you want more kinds of content like this, make sure to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can see what's coming up first. You get first access to that. And then if you have questions, okay, doesn't matter, anything in hair systems, being a man, business, I don't even care, drop it below because good chances are either A, you've got a unique question and other people didn't even think to ask it, or 2, you're part of the majority that has the same question that begs an answer. I would love to be that resource, okay? I respond to 100% of the comments on here. I believe in being a valuable resource, okay? So before I get into some of my pros and cons, I want to let you know that my guy Clips out here in Salt Lake had cut this in. As you are well aware, I just woke up. So this is bedhead. Guys, this is bedhead. Are you kidding me? Like, it's still pretty much fully styled. I just run a brush through this thing and I'm good, okay? I'm doing this so I can see it over here. This is what they call a mid fade. So it starts to fade up here. He did this about a week ago, so it's kind of grown out, which I like. But a mid fade comes to about here, and then a pretty quick fade into, as long as I can on the bio hair into the system. We did a phenomenal job blending this thing in. I always say a barber is really good with the fade. Stylists and salons are really great with the styling of the actual hair. So, so here's 2 pros and 2 cons. 1 pro, it looks completely natural. Absolutely. Nobody like stares right at my hairline. It looks absolutely natural. Now it's a little darker here, right? Than maybe it would be in natural full light. Maybe this offers you. Oh, look at that back. Am I getting some muscles? Love handles. I love handles. Who doesn't? Gosh, it's giving me some perspective. I'm no Jake Kent, but I'm getting there. Okay. Check it out. Okay. Good looking front hairline. The other pro for me is that it's rather easy to work with. Okay. Now, some people use adhesive on this. I actually use tape. I got some tape from MHE. Okay. My hair experience with Curtis. I've never really had a use for tape because I'm used to doing an all poly system. And, with that, you can use an adhesive like I do, the Ultra Hold by Walker Tape. Okay, I love this stuff. It's my favorite so far. Okay, so it's easy to apply. Put some tape on it, easy. Now here's 2 cons for me specifically. 1 is I'm new to French lace hairlines, okay? This model from Lordhair has a French lace top, a poly perimeter, and a French lace front. And for the life of me, I can't recall the name of this particular model. I will put it and a special link to save you some dollars off in the description, along with a little coupon code, get you some discounts on your next or your first hair system, okay? So check that out. I can't remember the name, so I'll put that in the description. You can just click on it while you're watching and it'll tell you everything, okay? But it's harder for me to work with, only because I've only really operated with a poly hairline or a full poly hair system, okay? So what that means is that you're going to see that the tape that I cut doesn't go all the way to the edge of the French lace. You can actually see it pulling up there, okay? Now, nobody else can see that. And in fact, if I just do that, you have no idea. Nobody has any idea. Even wearers would not be able to see that, okay? They wouldn't even know unless I showed you like I just did. Yeah, bedhead made, not bad. I actually love having bedhead. I don't know about you guys. It's freaking cool. Never had bedhead, at least for the last like 10, 11, 12 years, so pretty cool. But having said that, that's harder for me to work with. Just me personally, you might absolutely have it nailed down. And if you do, drop some tips below, okay? serve the community here. So that's my only drawback, is that it's a little harder for me to get into. This is my first time wearing a French lace front. So that's one for me. The other is I did try to put some adhesive on the front hairline, and it was harder to clean out. So that means more time. I'm not a huge fan of that. I like to use my time very specifically. I run a couple of businesses. I have a new fiance, my daughter, and I like to sleep. I like to work out, and all that takes time. So the longer this takes, the more of a con it is for me. And so cleaning it out the first time, I just tried it. I just tried to put some of the Walker Tapes Ultra Hold in it. Wasn't the best, okay? Not for me. That's it. The pros, though, for me, heavily outweigh the cons. Okay, easy to work with, really. Invisible hairline, looks really great. But having said that, I'm gonna go back to a full poly unit. I don't use adhesive on the whole thing, just on the front hairline, maybe 2 inches back, and then I tape the back and sides. Easiest cleanup I've found, less amount of time, okay? Least amount of time, I should say. But that's what I've got for you. I wanted to drop a couple of thoughts that I had on it. Now, some of you wear full French lace bases. Some of you love that front hairline being French lace. But for me, nothing works better than using a strong adhesive on a poly thin skin like the UTS model that I'm getting in, or the S22 as I call it, the model number from Lordhair. It's so thin, so undetectable on the hairline, easy for me to maintain, quick on the cleanup. So that's what I prefer. And I've got 2 of those systems on their way now, should be here by the end of the week. And so I'm excited to go back to that. But I needed to try this out for your sake and for my sake, right? I don't think I'd be doing a great job producing content if I didn't show you and share my thoughts on this. So I'm doing exactly that. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I bought a bunch of different systems just to test these out. And so far, the winner for me is a full poly thin skin. It doesn't get warm. It's not overly hot, doesn't trap a lot of heat. Now it does trap some sweat. If you went full adhesive on it, you're gonna see some sweat bubbles because the sweat has nowhere to go, which is why I do the poly perimeter. Works out great. Easiest for me to work with. But as far as a French lace front hairline, not bad, okay? I'm gonna give it a 50-50. So if you are a pro at working with French lace, then you're gonna give it higher marks. If it terrifies you, I wouldn't even try it. I would just do something with a poly front hairline, if not a full poly base. So that's what I've got for you. If you like this video, drop me a thumb. Let me know. If you have questions, comments, anything to add to this conversation, comment below. And if you like more, if you want more of this kind of content, which I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna get a little vlogging camera, something nice, put a little bit more production into this. I think this content really deserves to be seen. And I know good quality content that has some production value, not too much. I'm not trying to get fancy with it, not too fancy, a little fancy. I'm a little fancy. I wanna make sure I'm giving you some really good content that you can really feel good about learning from and applying, which is why I give you discount codes, discount links, as much information as I can from just a regular dude just like yourself that just kind of fell into this and is learning along the way. I want to leave you with this message before I jump out of here and shave and do all this stuff. If you're on the fence about it, do it, okay? This is a philosophy that has served me well. I've grown 2 very successful companies based on this one philosophy. If I'm scared to do it, okay, if I have some fear that comes up, if I have any reservation whatsoever, that's when it is a must to do it. Now, using wisdom, right? If I see a burning building, I'm not just gonna run into it. I'm gonna use wisdom going into it. Use wisdom going into a hair system, but this is where growth happens. And this is what we're talking about. On every one of these channels, you're seeing people, right, that are growing through uncomfortable situations, but that's where growth occurs. It's in that discomfort. Never happens in your comfort zone. So if you are on the fence and you have some reservations, what are people gonna think? Is it gonna look good on me, right? Could I actually do this on my own? Who do I know that can cut this in? All of those are figure outable, okay? None of those are an actual mystery. What will people think? You won't know. You won't know until you do it. I guarantee if you go on Instagram right now or Google and you search hair systems with your major metropolitan or closest city or your city, you'll find somebody. And if you can't, find a good barber. Blends it in really nice. Find a good salon, somebody that you can reach out to, send an email to, give a phone call to, send a text to. Say, hey, can you work with somebody that wears a hair system? They're gonna be like, oh yeah, I do it all the time. You'd be surprised. But it takes us taking that action into something that is uncomfortable for the sole purpose of us growing. Guys, I love wearing a hair system. I can't think of a reason why I would never wear a hair system again. I really can't. This has been the most phenomenal thing I've done for myself in a very long time. And I like to take care of myself. I'm a little fancy. We go on nice trips, great vacations. We live well, beautiful home, beautiful cars, beautiful life. And this has been the coolest thing I've ever done. So I'm gonna challenge you as one man to another to see this as an opportunity for you to grow. And this directly correlates to the income you make, to the quality level of your relationships, the depth of your conversations and how you communicate. I'm going to tell you, this one thing can unlock a lot of things for you. Not just this thing, like there's a lot of other cool development things you can do, but when the rubber meets the road in a way like this, where it does take you to take action so that you can level up, things like this don't happen very often. They're not a ton, they're not a plethora of opportunities like this. There's theory, there's books, there's videos, there's motivation, inspiration, but I'm going to tell you, all of that doesn't mean anything unless you apply. Okay, so go forth, do something. Okay, if it's uncomfortable for you to take a video in a shirt or shirtless, hello, me right now, then go do it. I was like, gosh, I'm looking okay. Put on a couple pounds, got some love handles. Okay, I got my fiance's clothes right there. I don't know why. Crazy amount of stuff. Okay, you can't really see it. Crazy amount of stuff over here on my shelf that I didn't want you to see, but oh my gosh, right? Like, let's do something uncomfortable, push the limits a little bit, and level up as humans, okay, as people. And I'm gonna get off my soapbox. I'm not perfect. This is a journey for me, you guys. Never thought I'd have hair back on my head, and it's the best thing I've done for myself, like I said, in a long while. So take some action, visit the link below, just explore. Just put yourself mentally and emotionally, energetically in this state of having hair again, and you're not going to go back. And I'm going to provide you with as many opportunities for you to take action as possible. Okay, guys and gals, that's it for me, Michael Joseph. I'm signing out for now. If you want more, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can have first access to more content like this and the increased quality over the next, foreseeable future. Okay, that's all I got for you. And remember, it's always a good day to have a good hair day. You guys take care. Bye for now. We'll talk to you soon. Oh, you thought I was just going to leave this video naked? I don't think so. So I took a quick shower, put a little bit of product in my hair, literally just finger combed it. And that's it. As you can see, blend is looking phenomenal. Super, super natural looking. But I couldn't leave you with bedhead. So here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Looking stellar for the day. Feeling like $1,000,000. And yeah, ready to kind of, gosh, so easy, guys. Like, so freaking easy to just style it up and you're off for the day. Okay, again, see ya for the second time, but this one is official. Take care.